on top of the world. This is D-Day for me. You know, this is D-Day. You gotta keep your business. The world is yours. The universe is inside of you. So I just have to take everything that I have. If that means sacrificing everything, I'm willing to do that because in 5 years we gotta be where we need to be.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So that's it.
Bad bitch, got your baby daddy on standby. Facts, can't vibe. You ain't getting money, then we can't vibe. Racks, I just made another play with Zaddy. Yeah, drop the pin, my nigga flip the Addy. Yeah, Kdot, everything real, no plastic. Yeah, swipe, cash talk money, my accent. Yeah, swipe. Oops, my bad, you mad hoe. Bitch, tell me why you mad though, huh? Kdot, ride my waves.
You are now watching the Be the Model podcast.
All blue hunters don't check me.
Here with your hosts, Teddy J and Big Neil. What does the model mean
Get
to
your
you?
nigga, don't tempt me. Yeah, bad bitch.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Teddy J,
Here with your boy Big Neil.
and we are the Be the Model podcast. Today we have Kdot in the building.
Yo.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
So go on and jump right into it. Tell us who you are, what is it that you do, and how'd you get into it?
All right. Well, I'm Kdot. I call myself a director because I wear many hats. I started off as an artist first. As an artist, you know that you need to be also picking other avenues because the artist role is tough. I started hosting. I hosted first, believe it or not, at Video Mix TV. Just give you that history. Then I went over to Strong Arm Radio, and I was actually the first radio show they had at Strong Arm, you know, via Flow Rider and Freezy and everybody. Nice. I was the first with DJ Skull. And then we moved on to DJing on tour for an artist by the name of Macy Kate. I got into DJing from kind of the radio and stuff like that. My first DJ gig, we went to small stuff, but then we ended up going all the way to, I've been to a lot of places with her. The biggest one was Bali. Being able to go to Indonesia to DJ is pretty big, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You know, we gotta put some respect on it.
That's real. That's big.
So, and then hosting. You know, the line of work that you guys are in.
Okay.
And acting. Okay. So you name it, entertainment is what I do. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, so how old were you when you started DJing?
I was pretty young, probably like 20. 20 when I started DJing.
So we first met Kdot.
Yes.
And we were like, man, the DJ was sounding great. It was like, it's a female DJ. I hadn't really seen a female DJ.
I believe that you guys came up and talked to me for a second, right?
Made us meet you. We got to interview. You know, we had an interview.
Yeah, we got to showcase that
Yeah.
when women doing, things that men normally do.
Yeah, normally for sure.
Yeah,
So, like, what made you want to be a DJ?
My mom and my uncle were the ones who pushed me into it. I was definitely the kid at school making mix CDs. That was definitely doing that for the 10. You know what I'm saying?
For the 10.
For the 10. So middle school and high school, I was definitely making mix CDs.
Right.
My
You
mom.
know, she young. She mix CDs.
Mix CDs.
Oh, yeah. Tapes or nothing
No,
like that.
mix CDs. You know, but that went out fast because before we knew it, we were on MP3 and like iPods and stuff. So the mix CDs phase went pretty fast. Yeah. But I was doing those. And then my mom heard a couple of my mix CDs and thought they were pretty damn good as far as every song going into one another. Right. We were at Strong Arm and my uncle was like, you need to be responsible for your show. Yeah. And if a DJ doesn't show up or anything, you should be able to know what you're doing. Right. We went from there.
Nice. Okay.
It really went from there.
Basically.
Yeah, out of a necessity, truly.
And how did you get inspired to start rapping or start making music?
My grandmother was literally, my whole family, like my uncle wrote Summertime.
Okay.
So.
Will Smith, Summertime?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So that to my grandmother was the assistant to, let me not misquote. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right because we're talking about the heydays. Yeah. Right. I believe Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My mom was the assistant and worked big time in radio, and she was also assistant for New Kids on the Block. Oh. So we're coming from history of this is what I do. So I really wouldn't give it. I really wouldn't give it up, So it's just what I do. So the music is always obviously kind of not the back burner is what I started, but it's always gonna be much life to it because I can't just let it, it's too real. It's realer than rap.
Okay. So you born here, raised here?
No, I'm from Burbank, California.
Oh, okay. From Cali.
California by way of Kansas City because I was born there, and then I'm here now.
How long you been here in Miami?
For freaking too long. Forever. I've been here for long.
Give us a rough
Comparing it, what do you like better? Cali, Miami? I mean,
I don't think I found my home yet.
Okay.
I don't think that anywhere have I been yet. I've lived, like I said, in California, New Orleans, Louisiana, Kansas City, Missouri, and here. And still yet, I don't feel like I found really my niche on where I really want to be for work and for, pleasure and to stay.
What's some differences, though, that you like?
First of all, hands down, New Orleans has the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. And I miss it. I miss just the beautiful black, because a lot of people are mixed, but then a lot of people who are not mixed and really of just true blood are just beautiful in general. It's just beautiful people everywhere. And I love the heritage they have. A lot of my friends were like so exotic looking, and if you ask them what they are, they're gonna say black. And they don't look black.
You black.
You look so. Everyone's gonna be black. So I love New Orleans culture because it's like a whole other world. Kansas City's dope. Cali's dope. Miami's dope.
You live in some dope places.
Everywhere's dope, so it's all the same.
Let's talk about Core DJ. What is that? I seen you posted that you're now part of the Core DJ. So give us insight on what's that.
Core DJs is owned or founded by Tony Neal, who is huge in the industry. He's still very, very big in the industry behind the scenes now. He's really broken down a lot of barriers. If you do your research on who Tony Neal is and how he's been so pivotal in a lot of careers, especially bringing a lot of music out, and it's something that he really doesn't do. So he started a coalition years ago to kind of bring us all together. And originally it was supposed to be a lot of things, like a one-stop shop for like models, DJs, hosts, but then it ended up just being for the DJing. When you're stamped, I think it's one of those more things that if people know, when you're stamped, it's just that officiality of like, you're official, like this is real. So I think that people who were even more into that life when I got signed were even more excited than me because they knew how even bigger that it was. Like, I was like, it's this big, but I think they knew the level of how big it was. So he's just still involved. I mean, he's still involved in so many streams like VH1 and so many streams that he's in. So it's just a big coalition of DJs all over the United States, males and females, but they did just bring females in only so many years ago. It's just a male thing.
So what current projects you got going on right now?
My current projects? I'm doing a whole like remix project. So a lot of remixes as far as my DJing and as far as my music. So I'll be remixing a lot of stuff just on both lanes. So hopefully by God's grace soon I'll be just dropping my remix tape of DJing and singing.
So as a DJ, I mean, how does anyone book you? I mean, do you do only like high end DJing, or are you just available for anyone to hit you up for DJing?
It's kind of funny, like my booking is kind of like it's different. I have to say, it's almost like you have to not know me, but we have to have some kind of rapport relationship for you to kind of book me. Gotcha. I don't just book.
You're not just open to the public.
Not really.
Yeah, you kind of have your circle.
I have a circle, and then if you're kind of within, then of a person. But I don't really do just any kind of like, I want to hire you for mine. I don't really do those kind of things.
So you got all your equipment, all that stuff.
I have all my equipment.
But you
I have to drag it myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing about, especially would never give a damn about any girl trying to hop in the DJ lane. This is real life. You're carrying equipment. People aren't helping you. If you have to carry sub speakers, if you have to carry your controller, if you have to carry your wiring, it's so much that goes into it. It would take years for someone to truly, especially as a female. I have to say, I feel men are a little bit more technical, and I don't care to say that. I think men are a little technical. If women have that gift to be technical or have that kind of brain, that's great. But I feel like, the technical behind the DJing is so real, and anyone you work with does expect you to know what you're talking about. So This is real life. The DJing thing is more than I thought I was gonna be
it's big.
getting into.
Because you gotta control a vibe.
You gotta
control the whole
vibe.
party. You know?
Control the vibe. And definitely before the vibe begins, sound was going on for many hours before you guys heard how, you know, the booty shaking, you know, just getting the sound right and stuff. So, yeah, but I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it. It's the dopest shit ever.
Yeah, you play the wrong song, the whole party over.
Yeah. Well, saying all that, what advice would you give any young woman trying to follow in your shoes and be a DJ?
100% to do it, you know, and to practice every day, because your skills will definitely be challenged. A lot of men are not happy, and I'll say it right here, about me DJing because they know I'm going to take their job. Wow. If I can DJ, if I can truly DJ and not bullshit, but truly DJ where you guys be like, that was a vibe, you know, grown men. Yeah. I'm taking your job. I don't have time for games. Yeah, okay. So I feel like in that lane, a lot of men, like, I want to give a shout out to like DJ Lucky C, you know, for sure. He's definitely been great. CJ Hercules, Major, you know, they've been amazing. And there's definitely DJ Sko. There's definitely DJs that have been so loving and so willing. Like Tony Neal, like he's a DJ, so it means for me to be inducted. But yeah, I give them advice on 100% go for it, practice, make sure that you know what you're really, really doing because you will be tested.
So are you the type of DJ who most is focused on getting the music, getting the vibe, or are you the type that's like stopping the music, or like giving shout outs nonstop? There's some DJs.
I ain't had no shout outs.
Nah.
Shout out like those kind of DJs. It's like every second they're like, DJ,
you be feeling the music.
Hey, in the back, we gonna. It's like, man, just play the music.
Some people know how to do that really well. Because I've seen some DJs talk a lot and it was a vibe. But no, I try to talk as much as needed. You know? As much as needed. Just enough. Honestly.
So, going to your music, you know, I seen you have a couple of videos on YouTube. Yeah. But I noticed you had a video in 2013. What was that? So High? Yeah. And there's like a time gap. It just jumps to like most recently 2020, 2021. Correct. So between those years, what was going on?
Hustling. hustling. You know, let's be very clear. You know, Miami, if you want to make it out of here and you're not trying to move, the music thing, you have to give it more than anyone's gonna have to give it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a city where, you know, one person's supposed to win, not the whole team. Yeah. So the music thing, like, I didn't have time to play. Like, it was slowing down. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like we're gonna have to be inventive. Yeah. And I wasn't DJing. And it was like, do you want to stay in music? And it was like, of course. So you have to create other avenues. Most people that you see, like your favorite actors or your favorite whatever, that's not what they started doing. They were musicians. Yeah. Everyone can sing. Right. Everybody can sing. You know, every person, mostly every black person. So they had to go into comedy, they had to go into choreography, they had to go into acting. But almost everyone wanted to be a musician first. So I feel like you have to find avenues. I feel like I've gotten a lot of respect even in the music industry because now I'm a DJ. Yeah. So I feel like my music, when it does go ahead and drop, you know, I think it'll be a little bit more respected because now I'm coming from another angle. Right. Okay. So that gap was hustling.
That was good. Hustling. You model too, right?
I model, but that's if you want me. Like, I don't really, like, I don't claim that. You know what I'm saying?
How somebody get in contact with you for that?
You just, like I said, if you want me, you show me you want me. DM me, call people, let me know, because it's not like I really put a lot of my information out there. Yeah. If you want me, let me know you want me. Hunt me down, and if it's serious, we'll make it happen.
Oh, so you must have a lot of people like play games.
It's just Miami. Right. It's everything in Miami, like, you know, the beauty of it, and you're gonna be taking all of it. You know, everything in Miami, like it's games, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So I really be in a corner, like, if y'all want me, come through.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about your music. You got. I seen the track Drip. I seen a video. That was real nice.
Yeah, I like,
how was that experience?
I directed the whole video. So,
you directed it as well? Okay.
As well, along with my friend Keely and along with my friend Jason from Key Footage.
Nice.
So I directed that and came up with the treatment. Just trying to get it done. Lace wig was dripping off. You know, it was probably one of the worst experiences. In the video, you can literally see like my lace like doing like this, and I was like, oh my god, I could give a damn less, please. Yeah. But I do know it was very hot that day. Yeah. I had a lace wig on. The wig was literally like doing some kind of motion here. Never again. Okay. Never again.
So what was the most recent video?
My most recent was Bad Bitch that I dropped between February and March.
I like that track.
So you plan on doing the whole album?
I don't know if I'll ever really do a whole album. I may. I don't really see it ever being like too in depth. Maybe a couple of tracks, but I don't know if I ever really will work on a full project. I think when that is necessary, it'll happen. But I don't think it's necessary right now.
And everything you do is independent.
Independent 100%. And I pray to God I can stay this way and then just get a couple of cosigns here and there. Right. But I prefer to stay independent. I don't really have any plans on not being independent.
But you sound good. Your tracks are good. I mean,
thank you.
You write your own?
I write my own stuff, but I feel like what I'm gifted to do, no one's heard yet. You know, just because, again, of just how, like I said, how the game goes. But I don't think, you know, hopefully, God willing, you guys will be able to hear what I really have. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't, whatever, because it's like at the same time, I just can't go overboard and over the top with it. The music thing is just intense. Mm-hmm. I feel like in the music industry, you really have to figure out where you are. Unfortunately, I might look like a city girl, but I'm not. Right. Mm-hmm. So if you look like how I look and you're not going to be on that, you're going to have a tougher road.
Right. Yeah.
Period.
So basically, the look and the music has
I got to match.
It has to match. So if I look like this, then I should be on some city girl shit, and I'm not. And I love the city girls. Like, I love what the city girls have done. I love the movement. I love the barriers they've broken, and I love how everybody's with it, because I feel like women, like, they're the voice of what women really want to do but are too scared to do it. Right. So I really mess with it, but I'm not a city girl, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that lane, and I think even like Sis is a good example. I feel like Sis is in a oopsie daisy, like she's kind of trying to figure out like, okay, I'm SZA, but I'm on a stripper pole. It's a lot going on. So I feel like everyone's just trying to figure out where they're trying
to make it sell, but they still want to do other stuff.
Right.
She got a voice. I heard a little voice in there. You sing too?
Thank you. I sing and I rap,
Okay.
So you gotta do. I think everyone does both now. Everyone's singing and rapping.
Everybody might try. Not everybody can actually get. Not everybody has a voice.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
I feel for the women in rap though, because I know y'all be wanting to do different stuff, but you know it's visual for men. Men are the thing that drive it, because we are. Right. So I know I feel for y'all.
Facts. You have to really find yourself in this, and I feel like this is the first time in rap history that every girl looks the same. I've never seen anything like this, and that's why I'm not overboard. It's like, so we're gonna have the long ass nails, the lace that's 50 with some colors, with definitely some dominatrix ass looking outfit. We're just strippers, so it's kind of like, that's why I'm not really pressed. It's not that I can't create my own lane, because I know I'm powerful enough, but it's still like, at the same time, like, what sometimes you don't feel like, it's not my fight right now. You know what I mean? It's a fight. It's not a fight right now. I'd rather DJ for them, drop a couple tracks here and there, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely, you have to figure out where you're going to be in this whole thing.
But hip hop, it evolves, so hopefully it evolves.
And this is a time capsule. Like, before we know it, things will be different, and we'll be in another lane, and probably we'll be doing different things, and that's probably what I'm just chilling on, like, whenever that happens, But definitely I'm recording. I'm in the studio weekly, definitely creating music all the time. So
well, that's what's up. But I think you should definitely put out eventually like an EP and give us like 4 or 5 tracks, because what you have put out sounds great, what I mean? So I'd buy it,
I appreciate it, and I think that's probably where I need to put some focus. So with you saying that definitely needs to be focused on. So appreciate it.
And you did a little bit of acting as well, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
I've been acting since I was a kid. I used to do like voiceovers for like radio and like commercials and stuff. Didn't really continue that much because, again, we were in Kansas City at the time. So then as I grew, I was a theater geek nerd, but I was still like popping, but definitely didn't give a damn who knew I was a theater geek. And loved theater. So the acting was kind of a hoax type thing, as far as like not we didn't think that the whole movie thing was really going to happen, but the director decided to cast all musical artists. Right. So everyone who was in the movie was musical artists. Okay. In Murder Gardens is what I'm speaking on.
Murder Gardens.
Murder Gardens was, we filmed it many years ago. It was long ago. But however, what I can say is God is good, because I did not think that that movie as an independent film was going to do how well it does. I get recognized all the time just for that.
Nice.
And it was, I signed onto the project not knowing what it was going to be, my first time acting, but it was the right project because it's been streamed like a million times. So it was the right project to do.
I'm gonna stream it tonight.
Stream it tonight. It was originally, it's really long because it was really supposed to be series. It's supposed to be episodes.
Gotcha.
Then when we got the publishing deal for it to actually be on Prime, it's on Prime, Amazon Prime, it's on Fandango. It's not Fandango, I'm sorry. It's on, no, I think I'm saying it right. The app, I think you can download.
It's Fandango.
Yeah.
Is it on Prime? It might be on Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's on like 6 different hubs, but it's been so long I cannot remember all of them. But when we got the publishing deal, whatever, that they were gonna actually take it seriously, put some money behind it, they decided to make it a movie instead of a series. So that's why it's long as shit. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why I watched the whole thing.
You saw it?
He said he began it.
I gotta definitely check it out. I haven't watched it.
It's like 2 hours long.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's really great. It's really great. It's really great.
And what are your rules, your own rules to success?
Unfortunately, to be successful, you have to hit it every single day. And I think nobody wants that job. That no matter what it is you're doing, you know, you want to change your body, you want to change your mental, you want to change your thought process. It has to be an everyday practice. Nobody wants to do that.
You got to get on
So you want to do it every other day, you want to do it a couple times a week. It's just going to show you who's real, who's not. If you're doing it every single day, you know, I had a Major 9 is probably one of the best DJs, and y'all will never know that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but he is one of the best DJs that ever lived. And he came to me and he was like, "You're not practicing enough." And the fact that he could hear that because he's such a musician, it stung, because I was like, fuck. Okay. And I feel like I'm practicing enough, but was I hitting it every single day at that time? No, I was hitting it probably every other day, every couple of days. So I don't think anyone else would say that, but he's a real musician. Like, it doesn't get any bigger than his musicianship. So when he said that, I was like, there you go. You got to hit it every day.
Every day.
And I think that's the rules to success. Hit it every freaking day. Yeah. Period.
Yeah, definitely. Consistent, hit it every day, go hard.
That's it. That's it. Open your planner every day. Open your agenda every day. If you weren't able to get something done, you still need to look at what that thing was and still put something towards it. Just an everyday practice.
Right. So how did you get the name Kdot?
I'm glad you asked. Shout out to my exes. Hey, my exes named me, believe it or not. I would never give them the credit. I won't say exactly who you were, because you don't know who you are. But first thing was first. My real name is Kennedy Starr Jones, because my mama knew what time it was. Okay. But Starr in my middle name is my grandmother's middle name. Okay. And you know, she's 80. And then my sister also has a middle name. So when I was in high school, I was rapping. Actually had a couple of songs in high school that people were messing with. And my name was K Starr. And a lot of lame hoes felt that was getting too big, because the star thing was really happening. People started to know me in high school for music and shit. Then you got Britney stars and Keisha stars and Candace stars, and that was getting old. And so then I was telling my boyfriend what it was at the time. He was in Atlanta and I was here, and I was like, you know, shit's getting old at school. You know, it's a lot of stars all of a sudden. It's my real name. It's kind of getting old. And he was like, you got to drop that shit to Kdot. And I was like, that is gangster. It's my real name and I got to drop it. It's so gangster. And I was like, damn, that's really my name. I'm going to drop it. So he was like, Kdot. Then my other boyfriend, not that boyfriend, another one, decided to, he was making me a mix CD, and he was like, for my love, Kdot. And he spelled it like how I spell it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of hard. Boom. In a nutshell. Shout out to my exes.
So that's why you say your exes.
Both of them niggas. I love them both. Yeah, I'm glad they named me.
Okay, so speaking of exes and relationships, what do you feel is the key to a good relationship?
Respect.
Got you.
If you respect your person, you know, I feel like the whole reason people are not in pleasant relationships is because of respect. It's not even, it doesn't come to love.
Can you define respect?
What do you want me to define as far as? What you want the definition for?
Because in my opinion only, respect is, people say it's universal, but every relationship is different. Some people do some things that you'd be like, well, that's disrespectful, but in that relationship, it's not. So I think you got to define what you think is respect and disrespect for you.
But you make a good point. I don't keep a lot of friends. I don't keep a lot of people around me because I have so much respect and love for others. So once I see something is different between you and myself as far as the respect, it's not. To clarify, every relationship is different. I don't know about what other drama or weird shit people got going on. My shit is plain and simple, and it's black and white. Respect is, I'm never going to put you in harm's way. I'm never going to put you in a situation where someone could look at you any differently than the great person that you should be. I'm not going to have you out here in a situation that would jeopardize you or your career. It's so many things that comes to respect.
Yeah, you're right.
And I feel like the respect level that I have for certain people is because they've earned it, and I see that in that person, and that's a big part of that. You know, a lot of niggas are dating strippers, and they're being very disrespected because the nigga's not dumb. He knows where you started. So I see big time celebrities marry strippers, date strippers, put babies in strippers. The disrespect that I still see in that relationship in front of or behind closed doors because their respect was already kind of broken. Even though he loves you, put babies in you, what have you, he still knows where we all started here. So I just feel the respect, and I can't really give you the best because it is I guess a personal, but the respect that I have for my man, I don't do the most because I don't want him to ever disrespect me.
Gotcha.
So I'm not gonna go do the most. I'm not gonna go make a scene and all that goofy shit because I don't want him to do that shit to me. I work. I don't have time for anybody to come making a scene over my job. So the last thing I'm gonna do is that. So you know, that kind of shit. And I don't like when people if you are going to deal with someone else, and I'm not gonna play everyone. No one's truly single because everyone's talking to somebody. And now with social media, it's so easy to get in touch with everybody. Most relationships, like I have a lot of couples that watch my page, which is kind of cool. But most husbands and wives are on my stories. Most girlfriends and boyfriends are on my stories. It's kind of different, because I don't know if it's a fantasy that your wife has for me. I don't know if it's a fantasy that your husband has for me, because a lot of couples watch me. So I never know, but I feel like what I don't like is when people are dealing with some other people, because I feel like, let's be honest, almost everybody kind of is. You got to have respect even when you're doing wrong. Sorry to say that. You must. Don't go see a nigga on Father's Day if you got a boyfriend. Don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like goofy stuff. For real. Like don't get into deep playing too many roles. Keep everybody where they need to be, and that's just how I feel.
Real talk.
I feel like people say I talk too real, but I hate that people want to act like people are really in like these committed relationships and everyone's being faithful. Like it's 2021. Whatever works for you works for you.
I like real.
That's as real as it gets, right?
Whatever works for you works for you.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
On top of the fucking world. I don't got time to play. I'm about to sacrifice it all. On top of the world, this is D-Day for me. This is D-Day. You gotta keep your business. The world is yours. The universe is inside of you. So I just have to take everything that I have. If that means sacrificing everything, I'm willing to do that, because in 5 years we gotta be where we need to be.
Gotcha.
So that's it.
And looking back, if you could go back and give your younger self advice, is there anything that you would do differently?
Absolutely. I would have slapped every bitch walking. I mean, thinking about how sweet I am so sweet and so non-drama. And there's been so many people in my life that really just did the most. And you can't give any energy to that. And obviously I won that game because I didn't give any energy to it. But looking back, that is the only regret in life I have. I should have slapped every bitch walking.
Should have got it.
I should have got mine off because I was too sweet, and I feel like I've always been just pressured in my art and everything that I do. And I let bitches do what they want to do. I let niggas do what they want to do, because I'm not about to get. I'm just gonna stay focused, and I feel like that's really, really, really kept me to be respected or what have you. But looking back, no, don't ever let anybody have any power over you. Whatever you feel like you need to do it.
Nice.
Period.
And speaking on legacy, what do you want your legacy to be? The legacy of Kdot?
I want to have a similar legacy. I could never say Aaliyah, because I would never walk a toe in her shoe. But when you hear people speak about her, it's such a realness that did not, like, her beauty, her vibe, who she was. When you hear people speak about her, it was like all that didn't even add up. She was such a sweetheart. She was so genuine. She was so beautiful. And if I could be remembered in the same light, of which I feel like that's what you know, I've done thus far. It's just to be genuine, to be remembered, that nothing that our artistry, like our family, was more important. If you really needed me in real life, was more important. If you needed me to show up for you, even though like this wasn't really popping, but it's like, could you just come and just put your name on it? Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be remembered for, and being willing to help. And I definitely 100% plan on bringing a lot of people with me. If God allows it, I don't plan on leaving anybody, you know, behind.
Got you.
So I plan on bringing everybody with me, giving everybody as much as I have, and putting everybody in a position to win and follow their dreams.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And who would you say is the top 3 people who inspired you?
Like, as far as like inspire me in which way? Like in fight? What would you say?
Inspired you in life, or give you motivation to be where you're at right now?
That's a good one. Motivation. My mom would be first. And I think it would just be my mom, honestly. My mom and God. I mean, that's the only one that can truly motivate me. You know, that's who created. So I say my mom and God.
And where can we follow you? For everyone who's watching and wants to know more about Kdot, how can they see what's going on with you?
Oh, I appreciate if you do want to know more. Awesome. You can definitely follow me at Kdot Music. That's KAIDOT Music. My website is up, so that's kdotmusic.com. What else?
IG
is always Kdot Music. Everything's Kdot Music. If you want to contact me for whatever, just DM me, and that's that.
Nice. And final question: what does be the model mean to you?
Probably just giving it everything you have, showing your talents, showing your gifts, being that model, being the model of what it is that you say you do.
Got you. And we didn't have you stand up for the model cams. We'll do it at the end. Can you stand up for us real quick?
Why? Because I'm the baddest one in the world?
Exactly.
What camera on? Every camera?
Every camera. There we go. That's the model stuff right there.
Okay, you got it?
We got you.
I'm hot.
How you want to do it?
I'm like, I'm hot. I'm sweaty. It's all kind of shit going on.
Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
It was a good talk.
Thank you.
We'll have a toast. Toast to the vibe, toast to Kdot.
Did you get it?
I didn't get it. There we go.
There you go.
He heard so much shit clacking, he didn't know what was what.
And definitely, guys, check out Be the Model Podcast. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how you enjoyed the video. Check out Kdot, all her music. She's on YouTube. Follow her on Instagram.
Yay.
Check out Murder Gardens if you haven't watched that.
Yay.
Be great, be unique, and definitely be the model.
Can I get a quick like boomerang?
Get your thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Y'all know I'm like loose.